Will we ever be safe and secure again? Yes, we absolutely must be. That's the goal.
My hope for America is a prosperous America, a hopeful America, and a safer world. But absolutely we can be secure in the long run. It just takes good, strong leadership.
America is now bearing this extraordinary burden where we are not as safe as we ought to be.
And that's kind of one of those exaggerations.
I'm not that concerned.
To keep the American people protected.
I'm not that concerned.
Do you believe homosexuality is a choice?
I'm not that concerned.
You know, Bob, I don't know. I just don't know.
We're all God's children.
I do know that we have a choice to make in America.
I think if you were to talk to Dick Cheney's daughter,
and that is to treat people with tolerance and respect and dignity.
Who is a lesbian, she would tell you.
Tolerance and respect and dignity.
That she's being who she was. She's being who she was born as.
It's important that we do that.
It's not choice. I've met people who struggled with this for years. People who were in a marriage.
I also know in a free society, people, consenting adults, can live the way they want to live. And that's to be honored.
Because they were living a sort of convention, and they struggled with it.
But as we respect someone's rights, and as we profess tolerance, we shouldn't change, or have to change, tolerance and respect and dignity.
Wives who are supportive of their husbands, or vice versa, when they finally sort of broke out and allowed themselves to live who they were, who they felt God had made them.
Our basic views on the sanctity of marriage. I believe in the sanctity of marriage.
I think we have to respect that.
I think it's very important that we protect marriage as an institution between a man and a woman.
I believe marriage is between a man and a woman. I think we have to respect that.
Because I was worried that activist judges are actually defining the definition of marriage between a man and a woman.
I believe marriage is between a man and a woman. I think we have to respect that.
And the surest way to protect marriage.
But I also believe that because we are the United States of America, we're a country with a great, unbelievable constitution with rights that we afford people, that you can't discriminate.
Between a man and woman is to amend the Constitution. It has also the benefit of allowing citizens to participate in the process. After all, when you amend the Constitution, state legislatures must participate.
You can't discriminate in the rights that you afford people.
In the ratification of the Constitution.
You can't disallow someone the right to visit their partner in a hospital.
I'm deeply concerned that judges are making those decisions and not the citizenry of the United States.
The states have always been able to manage those laws, and they're proving today, every state, that they can manage them adequately.
Define marriage as between a man and a woman, between a man and a woman, between a man and a woman. But I'm concerned that that will get overturned, and if it gets overturned, then we'll end up with marriage being defined by courts. And I don't think that's in our nation's interest.
I respect their views. I completely respect their views. And I grew up learning how to respect those views, but I disagree with them, as do many.
I understand there's great differences on this issue, but I believe reasonable people can come together and put good law in place.
We have a long distance yet to travel in terms of fairness in America.
Gosh, I sure hope it's not the administration. Well, never mind. Anyway, but I want to warn my fellow citizens, the cost of doing nothing, the cost of saying the current system is okay, far exceeds the cost of trying to make sure we save the system for our children.
Now, my fellow Americans, that's an invitation to disaster.
Gosh, I sure hope it's not the administration. Oh, never mind. Anyway, I see it as a serious problem. I see it as a security issue. I see it as an economic issue. And I see it as a human rights issue.
You be the judge.
That is an outrageous claim.
You be the judge.
I just don't know.
I think that we have a long way to go, regrettably.
That is an outrageous claim.
You be the judge.
I understand there's great differences on this issue.
If you look at what's happened, we've made progress. I want to say that at the same time.
That is an outrageous claim.
I'm not that concerned.
But as we respect someone's rights, and as we profess tolerance, we shouldn't change, or have to change, tolerance and respect and dignity between a man and a woman.
And with faith in God, we're all God's children.
But when I make decisions, I stand on principle.
And with conviction in the mission of America.
And the principles are derived from who I am. I believe we ought to love our neighbor like we love ourselves, between a man and a woman.
I believe that we can reach higher. I believe we can do better. I think the greatest possibilities of our country, our dreams and our hopes, are out there just waiting for us to grab onto them.
Between a man and a woman.
You be the judge.
I believe that God wants everybody to be free. That's what I believe. But as we respect someone's rights, and as we profess tolerance, we shouldn't change or have to change.
We're all God's children.
We'll continue to rally the armies of compassion to help heal the hurt that exists in some of our country's neighborhoods.
And I ask you to embark on that journey with me.
We must never waver between a man and a woman.
I ask you for your trust
That is an outrageous claim
of helping us to be stronger here at home.
in the face of this enemy, that these ideologues of hate.
And to be respected again in the world.
And as we pursue the enemy wherever it exists, we'll also spread freedom between a man and a woman.
And most of all, to be safer forever.
My hope for America is a prosperous America, a hopeful America, and a safer world.
You be the judge.
I'm asking for your vote.
My fellow Americans, that's an invitation to disaster.
Between a man and a woman.